Hello, let's play Wordle for Tuesday, May 26th. Let's play. Yesterday we spun the wheel. It said to start with donut. Last time I started with donut, I lost, but I'm sure that won't be the case today, right? All right, there's an O and a U. I'm going to put them next to each other. There's not really another good place for the U. Common letters R, L, S. Something like rouse might be good. Get the R and the S, test for that E at the end, which might be pretty common. I'm thinking E at the end or E or Y at the end. All right, maybe it's a Y at the end then. Common letters left are L. That's it. I don't think we need an A. I was thinking stuff like lousy, but can't do lousy. Maybe not. Maybe not Y at the end. Could it be like pouch with a CH? Not pouch. Ooh, but it is ouch. Is there an ouch trap? There's couch. I think that's it. Okay. The two-word ouch trap. All right. Cool. Well, I guess we'll check with the bot to see how well that rouse guess was, how good that was. But first we are going to shuffle, and spin the wheel. See what we're starting with tomorrow. Daddy, suggested by Archie Studies. So I think we're going to learn something very interesting about D's tomorrow. But we'll see. I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Cool. Let's see some analysis here. So the answer was couch. I started with donut. Pretty easy solve today. This is just loop, L-O-U-P-E. I think that's the thing jewelers use, right? The jeweler's loop. I did rouse. That is on the list. It's not bad. Like these are all tied. These are all tied. So it's kind of like the third best word if you think about it that way. It's the third best grouping of words. Anyway, after rouse, there were 5 words: bow, cough, bow, couch, cough, pouch, and vouch. I'd missed vouch. Okay. I would have gotten it after couch eventually. And I mean, any of these would have been fine. It says pouch is okay. Just don't go vouch, I guess, because there's 2 C's, there's 2 C's, and then the pouch gets you the ouch. Vouch gets you the ouch. It's saying not to go bow. Okay, sorry. It says don't go bow because it's not as good. It doesn't tell you about couch, pouch, vouch as well. Okay. So I went pouch, and then it was down to couch, vouch, and I won a 50-50 because I didn't think of vouch. Okay, let's go back, and it would have done loop. From there, we're down to 6 words, so not quite as lucky. Mousies, it would have been an option, but Rouse got rid of mousy. And it's saying go couch, cough, or vouch. So it might get couch in 3, but it's more likely going to get it in 4. Or if we go vouch, I think we're just always going to get it in 3 or 4. That's pretty neat. Okay. Let's check tails. It's suggested starting word. With nothing, we go crump. That's consistent. From here, there's only 4 words that do that C and U. We're either going to do CH or COU. So chuck, chunk, couch, or cough. That's the advantage of having all the really common letters gray. So there's not that much to put between those two. So it's saying go chuck or couch. Those are the ways to guarantee a 4, a 3 or a 4. Yeah, that makes sense. Chunk isn't good enough because it'll tell you about chuck, but it doesn't distinguish couch and cough. Whereas, and also cough isn't good enough because it'll give you couch, but it doesn't distinguish chunk and chuck. All right, so it could be a 3 or a 4. Steel's going to be the same because it's all gray. We will skip straight to a dew. The U is yellow. We're going to put it in the middle. We're going to try OU with court. This is going to be very close. We're down to cough, couch, so a 3 or a 4. Wonder which one would be thought of first. Probably differs per person. They're both very common words. Maybe cough is a little bit harder to think of, just because of it's weird to put a G there, to be honest. All right, let's look at audio, which also gets the U and the O. So we're going to go court. And then we're down to couch, cough, or coop, because we don't know if there's an E or not. And it says go couch or cough. They get everything. So it could be a 3. It could be a 4. Okay, everyone's doing well today. Let's look at stare. Stare is all gray, so we're going to go munch. We're trying to avoid the ollie trap here. We go munch, then we might just get couch right away. Otherwise, we go something like pouch or vouch. Those are the only 3 left. So we're basically just in that trap, but we have enough guesses left that we're not too worried. It's going to be a 3, 4, or 5. 4 on average. Okay. Trace tries to get in 2. It has that C in place, and it does get it in 2. Look, it's even the optimal guess. Look at that. All right, Trace doing what it says on the tin. 1% of the time, less than 1% of the time. I don't know what the percentage of time you get it into is. I have to rerun that simulation. I feel like I should do that soon. Clasp. All right, after clasp, we've got credo. Credo. And after credo, we've got conch. Okay, and then couch. Ooh, conch is close to couch as well. That's a fun little picture here. Are we trying to get the ball into the hole? The yellow ball needs to go in the hole. All right, we're playing putt-putt or something. All right, let's look at the official bot and see how people are doing today. Take the screenshot. Okie dokie, and save this as couch. And let's look at hard mode first. Give me 97 skill. It looked my guess is just fine. My luck's mid-tier. All right, what do people follow up donut with? Pouch, rough, cough. I'm definitely not the only one who did rouse. Rouge, moose, house, lousy, soupy, and louse is what it would go. It gave a 93 for rouse. And then pouch was a 99. It was one of several that you could guess to get 99s, and then couch. All right, it does clasp, crone, couch. That's a very different solve. Instead of credo, it does crone, and that's luckier today. Couch is pretty lucky from that. Okay. Point 3 started with couch. I think that means about 0.1% probably legit got in 1. I could see, I don't know. Why would you start with couch? It's double C. I'm sitting on the couch playing Wordle. I'm going to start with couch. I could see some people doing that, but maybe not 0.1%. All right, 26%, 68.7, 92.4, 98.9. So people losing on some of these. Apparently there's a bunch of ouches. So this is not thinking of repeating the C. Mouch, gouch. Like this is like, I don't know what's left. I'm going to try all the letters. Didn't think of repeating the C. But people are losing on vouch and pouch as well. So just getting into that ouch trap a little bit too late. All right, let's upload couch. There we go. Non-hard mode. Give me a 91. Okay, I wanted to filler at some point, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't like rouse. It wants a filler right after donut. It wants glyph. Glyph just getting a bunch of really good letters, all new. It doesn't want more vowels, except maybe if you consider the Y at the end of vowel. Raise, pouch, cough, rough, cough, house, pores, mouse, couch. Nothing super surprising here. All right. Pouch 99, couch 99. Slate, crony, comic, couch. So this should be an identical solve, but it's not to the tails start. It does crony instead of crump. Crump, I think, worked out better, although I don't know. Maybe it's about the same. 0.5 starting with couch. That's typical. 22.2, 61.5, 87.9, 97.3. Vouch being the most common thing to lose on, but we're also losing on people who can't think to replace the C. Mouch and gouch. We also got losing on cough and pouch. Ooh, down to a 50-50 cough couch, I guess. Okay, well, how'd you do?